Look, we've probably all heard it before. You're wasting time playing that video game. You've been playing for too long. You should be doing something more productive with your time. And eventually, you start to feel guilty for playing a game that you actually enjoy playing. Why is it that there's such a stigma around gaming? Is it actually a waste of time? I don't know if it's that simple of a question to answer, but we'll try. There are some people, mostly older people, who have a view that video games are just mindless, unproductive pastimes. But I don't think that that's exactly true. I mean, take Minecraft for example. You learn creativity, you explore the world, you get to problem solve. Yes, the video games are just entertainment, but there is something valuable in them. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I could give you some kind of sciencey study to show you the benefits of gaming, but honestly, I'm sure that everybody watching this video already knows about some of the claims that video games are good for you. So I'm not gonna bore you with it. This is mostly my opinion, but I think that video games are good for you. While I think that, there's also the other side of it. There's a huge difference between playing a game of Fortnite after you've done everything that you need to do that day, sitting down for an hour and relaxing, and then spending 6 hours on Fortnite trying to escape your responsibilities and your problems. In my opinion, this is where most people get a misconception about video games, where video games get their bad reputation. It's actually from a pretty small group of people who don't love their lives. You need to love your life. No offense, but you don't need me to tell you that living like a hermit because you want to get a diamond camo in Call of Duty is a bad idea. Okay. I've been there before myself. Okay. I'm guilty. I understand that it's a fun game. But games should be used as a reward for productivity, not as an opposition to productivity. Now, I can't really speak to this as much, but I feel that as you get older, you start to view video games as not being productive enough. Hobbies feel like they need to be productive. Like, I need to read. I'm educating myself. I need to go to the gym to improve my physical health. I need to learn a language to progress with my skills. And don't get me wrong, I do all these things, and I'm a big fan, and I recommend it to everyone. But sometimes you should just play a game because it's fun, not because it needs to be 100% productive and changing your life. Also, I fall into that trap too. Sometimes I feel guilty for playing video games. But I think I should be reading or doing something more beneficial. While the truth is that getting to play any of my favorite games is beneficial to me. It makes me happier. It makes me feel more creative. I get to socialize with my friends. And that's really what's important. I mean, it's not even the video games can't teach you anything anyway. Take Red Dead Redemption 2. I feel like I learned more from that game than reading Crime and Punishment about morality. Video games can be a stress relief. Virtual worlds like Minecraft or GTA, they give us space to unwind and lower anxiety. It gives people an hour to escape at the end of a day. I would actually argue that really difficult and annoying games are beneficial for people as well. Like Cuphead, for example. I don't know if you've played Cuphead, but it is difficult. Okay? But every time that you fail a level, you're building resilience to failure. you're persevering through it. Even if you smash your controller into 3 parts, throwing it against the wall. I'd actually like to compare video games to something that I think is actually bad. Doom scrolling on social media. I looked it up. The average global screen time is over 6 hours. Do you understand how long 6 hours is? That's fucking nuts. That's insane. If you lived to 80 years old, you would have spent 20 of those years doom scrolling. A quarter of your life just staring at a screen, watching short videos and clips that you don't even remember 5 seconds later. Well, anyway, at least a couple of those 6 hours are gonna be scrolling social media. So there's no way, in my opinion, that playing Minecraft for 2 hours is worse than doom scrolling for 2 hours. I mean, even take Netflix, for example. People spend lots of time watching TV shows. I see games as no different. If you want to play The Last of Us for 3 hours instead of watching 3 episodes of a TV show, who should stop you? I mean, it's pretty much a movie anyway. Everyone spends their time on a screen. You do it however you want. Bringing it back to Minecraft as well, I actually think that video games are a good way to find motivation and keep your life on track. I do something similar. Let's say I need to study for an exam coming up. Well, if I study hard for an hour, then as my reward for studying, I get to play video games for 10 or 15 minutes. It's not for everyone, but it works well for me. I also find that it lowers stress in exam time if I'm playing Minecraft or some game like that that's peaceful. So, that's good. Look, the bottom line is, video games can be a positive way to spend time, but only if you control it right. It's an easy trap to fall into. You can end up spending way too much time trying to get a camo on Call of Duty. But in my opinion, you should play more video games. Not because you should spend your life gaming, but because you shouldn't feel guilty for enjoying something just because it's not very productive. In my opinion, it can make your life better. But this is all just my opinion. It's my thoughts. So do whatever you feel. Goodbye.